Robeson went here, the famous black communist.
Oh, communist. Should we be celebrating that?
Are you triggered?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Are you triggered?
I believe, communism's a great thing, actually.
The idea of communism is like absolutely liberating. It's the idea of like embracing a collective spirit to build a better world.
Yes, resist. What are you resisting?
I'm resisting you.
Wow, very progressive and brave.
She said, I'm resisting you. Okay, making a little saucy.
Hi guys, do you want to do a group interview here? You look cute. You gotta show that outfit off, okay? All right, real quick. I won't hold you guys up.
Me and James are both white people. Like
Okay.
we are in the oppressive class, and we recognize.
Am I in the oppressive class?
Yeah,
Yes.
just like we benefit from white privilege in a way that like it's not obvious, but it's in a more subtle way. I mean, look around. Do you see any indigenous people?
Yeah, I talked to a lot today, actually.
This is another one of those really short. I was talking to y'all about the last time I checked out some on TikTok. I have an issue. I know a lot of y'all love the short videos, 30-second, 45-second. What they do though, they wrap them in so much BS so quick, lacking context, and they have this little piece of this video on TikTok as people who pretty much embarrass Caitlyn on her own topics, like this whole indigenous conversation, but they didn't cover the whole thing with context. I wish people would come and look at the whole thing, but that's not what we're about now. We're about headlines and gotcha moments and clickbait.
Really? What tribes were they from?
I didn't ask because that's not important to me.
But
Do
it
you know
is.
do you know the history?
It's not important to me.
History of this campus?
Tell me about it.
This was built. Most of it was built by slave labor.
Why are you here?
Many buildings have the names of slaveholding families.
Why do you go in them?
Well, because Rutgers has a legacy also on top of this with really radical politics. Paul Robeson went here, the famous black communist.
Communist. Should we be celebrating that?
Are you triggered?
No, I'm asking you a question.
I believe, communism's a great thing, actually. I mean, obviously, it's been implemented in ways that haven't been effective in some
Can you show
capacity.
me where it's
I
been
believe-
effective?
I believe naturally humans hold a collective spirit. We are not atomized individuals. Neoliberalism has torn through humanity.
So individualism is out of the picture.
I believe we all have individual rights and the right to self-determination, as Palestinian people do as well.
Very brave.
Yes. And I also believe that
Go ahead, big dog. He's trying to start some sugar honey iced tea. I see you, brother.
naturally we are innately collective. And I believe that we all exist in a mosaic of humanity. And I think the fact that the capitalist system and neoliberalism has completely destroyed that produces ideologies like the far right that believe that in some ways eco-fascism is a direct result of that.
My God, you were throwing out all these really crazy, weird terms. Eco-fascism. No, they are. Like, honestly, if you talk to a normal person, eco-fascism, that's really stupid.
The LFR shooter self-identified as an eco-fascist. He wrote a manifesto about the climate crisis. He said he accepted the science and then scapegoated black and brown people as a scapegoat for the climate crisis. This is real threats that we're dealing with, and I think to say that they're not real problems really minimizes.
I never said that. I said it's silly. What is eco-fascism? What is that?
It's this idea that it's a branch of far-right politics. Usually far-right people don't accept the fact that climate change is a real pressing problem.
What do you think about this? You're just a bystander. What do you identify with? Are you a right-wing, left-wing? Don't really care?
Don't really care.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Okay. What about eco-fascism? Are you contributing to that?
I wasn't really listening to anything that was just said.
I don't blame you. If you want to walk away, you're totally free to. You look
Is
like
your
you have
name-
more.
Is your name Caitlyn Bennett or something?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I've seen you. I don't know. Okay.
All right, have a good day. All right, very cool, guys. I mean, I wouldn't be, if you're that conscious about slavery and the Native Americans, I wouldn't be on this campus if you told me all that crazy history. But, I mean, it is really weird that you're okay with communists being here.
So we can
Yes, I need the
No,
education.
no, I didn't say that. I said we like are here getting an education
Okay,
so we
I'm
can
sorry.
better the systems that we do believe are like structurally oppressing people. Like it's not fair to just say like we recognize that the history is problematic, but there's also a positive history that James like very diligently pointed out.
Communists came out of the school.
Communist radicals, just people who like think
That's
in a different
positive.
way. I mean, radical is like an inherently positive thing.
Communists. That's okay.
Yes. The idea of communism is like absolutely liberating. It's the idea of like embracing a collective spirit to like build a better world. I mean,
Okay. Full transparency. Break it down for me. Y'all, if y'all weren't able to see it in my face at the little corner on with that screen blown up, I'm not following. I'm trying to. It seemed like they are having a great conversation. She said communism is wrong. They zoomed in on her. She was like, I mean, she said they said it is good. They like it, and they zoomed in on Caitlin. She like, whoa. So break that down for me. Why this young lady is false in what she's saying, or what good points is she making? Because that will help me a lot. That will help me tremendously. A lot of times I like to be able to have a great deal to say. Right now, I'm just a fly on the wall because this conversation is good to hear.
what, do you have like a defense of this instead of just like acting shocked? Like, can you give me something to work with?
Yeah, so I think communism is inherently wrong because it strips away the individual. There's no more individual, so people can't be looked at as you're an individual, you're all different, you all have the right to do and be what you want to do and be and believe in. Communism takes away that ability to be who you are. It puts you in a collective to where thought is no longer about the individual, it's a collective thinking. Yes, it is. And
Oh, so that's I guess she's talking about like right now, if you don't have the same thought processes as cancel culture, and you say what's really on your mind, you don't even have to say it to try to offend anyone. But if you say anything different from the collective, they will cancel you. Or if you're not willing to buy into what everyone are willing to say, it's like having talking points or something. Today on Twitter, everyone's being sent their talking points, and only if you say this will you have good faith, stay in good faith with us.
And then inherently communism is wrong because it's based off of theft. Communism is not okay because you don't have the right to your property under communism. Inherently, every person has the right to their property. You don't have the right to your property?
No. Well, right now we're not living in a communist system, but I'm willing to give up. Personal property is a capitalistic notion that has been embedded in us, so we think that it's the right thing to do. Because
why isn't it right to have your property and have a right to your property?
Because private ownership is directly related to like the exploitation of the people who are creating the thing.
So consent to trade with an individual is exploiting? Hold on, I'm talking to her.
No, wait, consent to trade. That's not what I'm saying. When did trade become a point
You
of...
talk about capitalism is
Right.
wrong because it exploits people.
Yes.
So consensual
If
trade,
you wanna go back-
consensual
Which is
trade, I'm
capitalism.
talking to her. Consensual trade is exploitation.
Consensual trade is not happening in capitalism. It's not a barter
Consensual trade
system.
as far as everyone's on the same playing
Yes,
field.
yeah.
Capitalism does not produce even outcomes for people.
Right.
I work
That's the point. It shouldn't. It's trading.
I mean, if you want
It's
People should be
competition.
above everybody else.
Wait, we
Some
agree.
people
say to
inherently
homeless
are
people?
better.
What
Get
do
a
you-
job.
Do they expect for everything? What type of playground were they brought up on? Because that's just not real life, guys. The more you grow, the older you become, you're gonna realize that your ideologies are silly. It's extremely silly. You're like, we don't believe in capitalism because someone always loses. Yeah, because everyone don't have the same hunger, same desire, same information, same tactics on getting to the money, getting to business. They're not going to have the same outcome. It's no way. There's no way whatsoever. So what you're saying is that you're willing to allow somebody else to just tell us what we can do, as long as you divvy it out, equally, which is not the case at all, because I'm sure that both of these young people probably have jobs or have a way to bring in money, and they are not going to divvy their stuff out equally to people who did not earn what they went to work to earn. This is silly. If I'm saying it wrong, it's okay. I get stuff wrong all the daggone time. Never said I know everything.
Job?
What if we live in a system
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Have
So-
you read the new Jim Crow?
We don't live in a society.
But
I see different
racism
colors
doesn't
of people
Okay,
all
give me
around
the
me
evidence.
every day.
Just give me the evidence. How do we not live in a society?
So why are 13% of black people disenfranchised right now?
What y'all are doing are just using talking points that have absolutely nothing to do with y'all. I understand that y'all want to stand for something. I understand that y'all feel bad for people who are disenfranchised. But guess what? People are getting to it. Black people are doing extremely well. Trust me, I know a great deal of them who are. And who still are, some of them liberals, some of them conservative. They're whatever they want to be. They feel free to do whatever they want. Yes, what we went through is what we went through. What we're going through is what we're going through. But we're not hung up on it. Why are you? Why are you? That's just my only question. Why are you? Because people who want to succeed are succeeding every single day, believe it or not.
So why are 13% of black people disenfranchised right now?
Because
Is that
because
black
13
people deserve that?
I did not say that. No, I don't think anybody inherently deserves something based on the color
Then
of their
explain to me
skin.
why 13% of black people are disenfranchised in this country.
So 13% of the population is what makes up black people.
Millions of people are disenfranchised because of the systems
Tell me
that
the
this
system.
country is based on.
Tell me the system.
Mass incarceration, the prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex are all perpetuated on the notion that black and brown bodies are less than white bodies.
So that's in the law.
That is prescribed in the law, yes.
Can you show
I
me
can
where?
show you
What's the law?
The 13th Amendment says it abolishes slavery except for the fact of people in jail, right? So it's like you have this issue of mass incarceration because black people are, for the same crime, the same amount of times they're committed, they are incarcerated more times because they don't have resources to get a lawyer. They don't have resources to get any legal defense, so they're put in jail, right? Then they're stripped of the right
So they're put in jail because they don't have a legal defense?
Yeah,
You
and
have the right to an attorney.
you have the right to a paralegal. It's different. A private attorney has way more political power, way more social capital than a paralegal does.
It's really disappointing.
Our
You
public
guys
defender system isn't
You guys
funded
think so
because-
lowly of black people in this country that you think that they inherently do not have these resources. Why do you think
They
black
don't have the
people are
resources because
so
of white people.
below you? Why are they
Because
so
they were
below you?
enslaved for 400 years. Dude, have you read a book?
So
Slim, y'all are so loud and wrong as hell. Y'all are very loud and extremely wrong. Yes, you are. Now, does not deny the fact that it's a lot of things that are wrong in this world, are wrong in this country, are wrong in the jail system and all this other stuff. But guess what? It's not holding anyone back. I bet where I come from is worse than where you come from. I bet money. I bet I've gone through some things. I bet I still do. But guess what? That doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me. And guess what? I have children, and I don't teach them that they should be stopped by it either. And they all have mentalities of winners and survivors. They're not in la la land thinking that everything's going to be handed to them. But they're also not in la la land thinking that everything is against them. How does that help anyone? That don't help anyone. How are you helping anyone? Because you believe in that with the information that you have, that you can go out there and start a revolt based off of that and hug people with your Snuggie and say, it's okay. You're disenfranchised. It's all right. You don't have to succeed. You already have 400 years against you. You're running from behind. You're doing all this stuff. Listen, you're going to still be cool with your black friends after this. But you're not going to help anyone out. You're not going to help anyone move forward in this life by speaking the way you're speaking. It's absolutely not true, man.
they're inherently below you. You guys act like they can't do anything on their
We
own.
didn't say they're inherently
You want
below.
to talk
We said
about,
the system-
guys, you
the
guys want to
system
talk
puts
about
them
a
below us.
prejudiced system and a prejudiced society. The only people I see putting black people down below them is you guys, white liberals, white communists
liberal.
that sit there and say, what are you?
I'm like a democratic socialist.
Okay, a communist.
my
So you guys are
gracious.
the ones saying black people, based on their skin color, can't do X, Y, and Z.
No.
Yes,
we're
you
saying
are.
The system did that to them. We're not saying they're inherently.
And then there's that communist collective ideology. Yes, resist. What are you resisting?
I'm resisting you.
Wow, very progressive and brave.
like, I don't understand what you're like. Can you just tell me what you're trying to accomplish? Because I want an open dialogue with you, but you're not giving me.
You just called me a. Do you really want an open dialogue when you're
I
calling
want-
me names?
Because I want you to give
Will
me
you
like, a
apologize?
piece of evidence. I'm sorry for calling you.
Right, thank you.
Y'all go to CaitlinBennett.org, support the young lady. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all can beat your drums and name all the negative stuff that's against people all you want. But what you should stop doing is victimizing people, because whenever I'm trying to get people to move forward or encourage people that they can do better, that they can go on, that they can accomplish whatever they want to accomplish, I'm not going to say but before you go after it. I just want you to know the system is against you. It's going to be difficult. Nobody wants you to win. You're 400 years behind everybody else. You take 2 steps forward, 9 times out of 10, the country is going to knock you 4 steps back. You're going to always be coming from behind. I believe in you, though. I know you can do it. It's just them. They don't know you can do it, and they don't believe in you, and they'll do whatever they can to kill you and your babies. Go out there and give it your all. Think about that. Exactly how does that help anybody? It doesn't. Please let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual, man. Love y'all.